Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Father's Day. Let's dad up. In today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about SoFi. So yesterday I had Palantir and coffee, and now I'm going to have SoFi and coffee. But this is a very important coffee mug. You see, this is my Father's Day gift, and it has some really cool features, which I'll get to in just a moment. SofiBank had a meteoric run up. It literally went up from like $4.24, which is 52-week low. It went up, it went back down. It went down to, as far as I remember, like $4.80. My dumbass did not get into it at $4.80, but it is what it is. So, que sera, sera. And then it literally jumped from $5 all the way up to $10, literally doubling 100%. Now, 100% is freaking amazing, but in today's day and age, that's not even outlandish, right? Look at Palantir, look at NVIDIA, look at a lot of other companies. And the question is, what's going on with SoFi? On Friday, we had 2 downgrades, and on Thursday, we had 1 downgrade, a total of 3 downgrades. 1 downgrade came from Bank of America, 1 downgrade came from Oppenheimer Group, 1 downgrade came from Piper Sandler. The funniest thing is the downgrade has nothing to do with the price. The downgrade was not outperform, which means relax a little bit. Don't buy the stock, just see what happens. And if you listen to the analysts, all the analysts' justification is, hey, SoFi ran up too fast, too hard, and it just needs to calm down a little bit. So none of them actually said that SoFi is not executing. None of them said that SoFi don't have growth. All of them essentially said that a lot of the growth that happened to SoFi already happened. So let them execute, and then we're going to reevaluate our positions in SoFi. Shout out to my man Jesse Dow, who likes to say that these analysts, don't know shit because they're analyzing hundreds of companies. And most of these analysts, most of them, if you guys look at their analyst ratings, most of the analysts actually have it ass backwards. They have a losing percentage. So if they came up to bat, they would be batting less than 500. So they usually get it wrong, not right. Their averages of getting it right is under 50%. One of the few banks or analysts that actually is getting it right is Truist Bank. And Truist Bank, shout out to them, I hold their stock. The analyst absolutely loves SoFi and gives them an outperform rating. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of bull case scenarios and my personal opinion what's happening with SoFi. SoFi has loans. The way they make their money is through loans. 3 ways: personal loans, home loans, student loans. For the last 2 or so years, there was a student loan moratorium, and SoFi is only doing around 25 to 50% of the loans that they normally would have been doing. So that's not going so good for them. Home loans, as you know, the mortgage rates right now are like 7%. Who's getting a mortgage? Who bought a house recently? Honestly, unless you're like a developer or you're flipping it, who bought a house? Most normal people didn't buy a house for a long time because prices are freaking through the roof. They're not going down and mortgage rates keep going up. So now you can't afford the same house. So 2 out of 3 sectors of SoFi's loaning businesses as a whole have been suffering. So they're literally fighting not with 1 hand tied behind their back, but 2 hands tied behind their back. So they're like boxing like this. They're boxing like roosters trying to peck at you. Meanwhile, you have other boxes that are, tucking their chin in and boom, 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 throwing the 2-piece and the Coca-Cola, as Masvidal likes to say. In any case, that's about to change. Personal loans, through the roof. Student loans is about to change with the moratorium that stopped. People are going to have to actually pay the piper. And a lot of them are going to be refinancing, particularly $200 billion worth of total addressable market that SoFi can actually go after. And then in 12 months to 36 months, in my personal opinion, I think the mortgage rates are going to go down because they're due to go down. Something has to give. And when the mortgage rates are going to go down, or home prices are going to go down, right? When something has to give, one of them has to go down, or both. SoFi is going to start making money on their mortgage loans. Now, a lot of people are like, hey, how does SoFi make money? They make money off their loans. That's predominantly how they make money off their loans. Also, third-party referrals. So people are scared that SoFi's loans are going to go in default because, they loan it to essentially most of the customers for SoFi are millennials. I believe 50%, I did a video on this, 50% of SoFi's clients are between 18 and 35 years old. It's a huge, huge number. And I think like 35% of them is like between that, like 18 and 30 or something. But let's concentrate on the 50%. So SoFi gives these people loans, and a lot of people thought that a lot of these loans are going to be defaulted. And lo and behold, SoFi's loans are going out to mostly people that make six figures, mostly people that have 730 and higher FICO scores, and their defaults are actually really small compared to the rest of the market, and even smaller than they originally predicted. All of this is checks for SoFi. Now they're going to get the student loans, and now they're going to get the mortgage loans. When there's going to be a moratorium, that's one thing. But right now, the Supreme Court, they're voting if they want to throw away Biden's order that $10,000 to $20,000 of loans are going to be forgiven. That, I was reading the news, is approximately $20 billion more of total addressable market, right? So it's not the whole $200 billion, and I'm not sure if it's 200 plus 20 or that 20 is part of the 200. I think this is going to get thrown out, and I think this is going to be another catalyst for SoFi. If it's not a catalyst for SoFi, $8 is a new base for SoFi. I personally made a new play for SoFi on Friday. I shared it with my channel members. It's an options play. If you guys want to check it out, I have a link to my channel's members down below where I share my options. Doesn't mean I make money or lose money or telling you to do it, because I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I qualified to give financial advice. However, I had this really cool mug. This is my Father's Day present. I love mugs that are big and can actually hold a lot. And it's an automatic heater. You have a little button here. You press the button, it turns on. And then what I could do is I can heat from warm, I could do hot, or I could do piping hot right here. This is the actual battery. And then no matter how cold it is outside or how cold the market might get, my coffee is always going to be hot. And if you want to buy me a coffee that goes into this coffee mug, channel membership down below, $3 a month. YouTube robs me for $1 and I get to keep $2. So if you guys want to buy me that coffee, link is down below. So they have all these loans. This money comes in. SoFi has $10 billion of deposits. SoFi CEO Anthony Noto and the SoFi CFO comes on multiple times saying, hey, we are going to keep growing $2 billion of deposits per quarter. So they're saying that we're going to keep growing no matter what. And they've met expectations and beat expectations, if I'm not mistaken, for 4 quarters in a row, if not more. So what's the deal over here? Why are you worried about SoFi's price? I do believe that the price is a base now at $8, but it basically, SoFi did what everyone thought it would do, but it just did it a lot faster. And now it's going to cool down. Now, cooling down and reaching a new base is all good, as long as we don't go down to like $5 or $6 again. But if we do, are you guys really going to complain, or you guys are going to buy the dip? Now, I don't like to bet that the price of something is going to go down. I didn't get a chance to load the boat, so that's why I would not mind. But I'm not praying for it. I don't like to, bet against my investments. There's a lot of room for SoFi to grow past this. So SoFi has, I believe, 5.6 million customers, users that they push their products to. SoFi just makes things easier. Think about this. Right now, okay, SoFi is an online bank for anybody that doesn't know. Maybe I need to go a little bit further back. Right now, when you do banking, how many of you guys actually still go into branches? Honestly, very few. And if you guys go to branches, usually you'll do a drive-through. For the most part, your transactions are wire transfers, Zelle payments, bill pay, direct deposit, things like that. Very few people, especially millennials, right, go into actual branches. Most people that go into branches is doing it for business banking and things like that, but not some basic stuff. So SoFi offers you all of these products that you're already doing online only on an online basis. And because they do that, they're super lean, which means they can offer you really cool products, really cool fee structure. Their fee structure is $0. They don't charge for anything. The way they do it is they charge not for nothing. They hook you in. They make you like, where's the rock? Where's the rock? And you can't live without SoFi. Not to mention they give you an extremely lucrative taste of the money at a 4.3 APY. They went up. It was 4.2, now it's 4.3. Offering you $2 million of FDIC insurance, not just $250,000. That is freaking huge. By offering no fees and offering a really high APY, they drag you into SoFi, into the SoFi family. And then when you get certain loans, they offer you discounts on this loan if you already have this loan. If you have this loan, we'll offer you a discount on this loan, so on and so forth. Now, SoFi has a lot of room to grow in the future besides for just loaning. SoFi does not offer several types of accounts. For example, it does not offer a business account. I tried. It does not offer a custodial account. I tried. It does not offer HELOCs, home equity lines of credits. It only offers the first mortgage. This is not a bad thing. This is literally room to grow for SoFi. Also, I believe they're only in 46 states offering mortgages. A state like New York, they're not in there if I'm not mistaken. That's what I was reading. Now, the way they grow is they acquire companies. They acquired a mortgage company, and that's how they're doing mortgage lending. This company starts with a Y, Westchester, Winchester, something like this. So SoFi has all the right tools that they're currently offering. SoFi keeps adding more tools and products that they are offering, and SoFi in the future has so much more room to grow. They're still not catering to the business clients, business customers, and that's where a lot of money is going to come from in the future. Not right now. Right now, they have this game on lock. Also, all these people that don't want to pay fees, all these people that want huge returns on their money that they're not getting in the banks, for the most part, they're still young people, young adults. These young adults will grow. They will go to school. They will graduate school. They will need a car. They will need a house. They will need a loan. They will need a marriage. They will need their kids, so on and so forth. They're all going to build their relationship with SoFi, and that is the key to SoFi. Also, SoFi officially hit a top 100 bank. They're the 100th largest bank in the United States. So that's a really huge accomplishment. In the future, SoFi will offer dividends. People don't realize that dividends is going to be freaking huge. If SoFi right now has a $7 billion market cap, and you think that SoFi's market cap in the future can be $35 billion, let's just say, for example, that's 5x from where it is right now, approximately. If SoFi is going to offer you a 2 or 3% dividend in the future, based on the future, compared to where you're in now, buying in even at these particular prices, that would be equivalent to a 12% dividend in the future. That's huge, right? That's a reoccurring revenue stream. On top of, if you actually use SoFi, you have your money in SoFi, they're giving you another 4-point-something%, but that's going to change, obviously, as the rates go up or down. But the dividend is going to keep growing based on the amount of money you have in SoFi now, the shares. That's why buying shares in SoFi is almost as good as options returns in the long term. In the long term, I'm talking about 5-10 years from now. SoFi has a lot of room to grow. So let's just recap what SoFi is doing. SoFi has hyper growth. SoFi has extreme growth in the short term, in the medium term, and in the long term. It's a win-win situation. Not to mention Anthony Noto spent, millions of dollars rebuying shares of SoFi, and my dumbass was not even paying attention. That's when I started to understand about SoFi. And it shows a lot of strength. It shows a lot of charisma. It shows a lot of cojones. You know what I mean? The guy, there's a short report, there's pessimism because of this moratorium that got extended, and the guy is just buying into the stock. He's like, yo, fuck you all. I'm going to fucking buy my stock. F you, pay me. Bro, this coffee is delicious. Delicious. So good. So that's where I'm at with SoFi. I will be sharing some plays of what I'm doing with SoFi. Besides for my options play, I'm going to probably talk about another options play that I'm opening up. So not the options play on Friday that I opened up. I'm probably going to be talking about another options play with my channel members. If you guys don't want to be channel members, if you guys don't want to spare $3 a month, that's quite all right. I'm not begging for that. If you guys do and you guys want my plays, feel free. If you guys want to buy me a coffee, feel free. However, if you don't, listen up. Come here. Open up your ears. I want you to click on the link down below. I have a Twitter link to my Twitter. So please follow me on Twitter. It's Adam Bergmans, MM. And I also want to leave a link to my man Jesse, who's the playmaker, who's the MVP of Twitter that people are just starting to understand who he is. Jesse has been absolutely destroying it with Palantir, SOFI, Hood, Square, Block, so on and so forth. Square, Block, same shit, my bad. Absolutely been destroying it, so you guys should follow him on Twitter. You should definitely follow me on Twitter. And I hope you guys have a great day. I'm about to go to the park with my son and my daughter. It's going to be great. Besides for this beautiful mug that I have, they also got me a picture collage. I think collage is the name. It's like a poster of a bunch of little pictures. And if you guys been with me for a while, you guys know that my man Milo, my cat, had a Sphinx. He was kind of the mascot of the channel. Passed away. God rest his soul. Love this guy so much. He was like a son to me. And so he's part of the collage. So I have myself, Milo, my kids, my partner. My mom was in one of the pictures. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. This is really, really awesome. And yeah, we're going to go to a park. There's like a new park. If you guys are parents, shout out. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys ever drive by and you see a new park and you're like, oh man, that's the park we're going to go to today. We've never tried that park. Especially if you are in inner city like New York. Like I'm from Brooklyn. And for us, this is like a big deal. I don't know how it is like if you guys are from Kansas or Kentucky, like that you guys have. That's no shade. That you guys have like huge open roads. I don't know how it is for you guys, but for us, if we find a new park, it's really cool because you get to leave the house. And this beautiful backyard that I have over here that I literally made a freaking Disneyland for my kids. Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys. All jokes aside, have an absolutely amazing Father's Day and spend some time with your kids. At the end of the day, I think SoFi is going to be just fine. If SoFi built a new base at $8, I will be really, really happy because that means I didn't catch the first wave, but I'm catching the second wave of SoFi. And if it doesn't happen tomorrow and it happens in a year from now, I will still be very, very, very happy because I think SoFi has a lot of room to grow. Remember, at today's market cap, we're only at around 7 or 8 billion, depending on the price. SoFi believes that they're going to be a top 30 bank, if I'm not mistaken. Anthony Noto keeps saying. So I do believe that SoFi still has a good 4 or 5x to grow into the shoes they want to get to. Then SoFi can actually go beyond that because they start offering new products. A lot of people that cover SoFi, a lot of people that talk about SoFi, not all, there's some geniuses in SoFi community, but a lot of people, they have no idea about finances in the real world. They don't own businesses. They don't have bank accounts other than the basic ones. They don't know how banking works. SoFi has a lot of room to grow because they have more and more products that they can introduce later on to the absolute fucking army of customers that they're building at over 5.5 million. And I'm pretty sure that 5.5 million is going to end up being in the tens of millions of customers in the future. And all those customers are doing online banking. And in today's day and age, online banking is the shit. Think about it. Major banks are closing down branches. You have 3 choices. You have major banks, you have regional banks, and then you have online banks. Which bank would you be choosing? Thank you very much and have a great day.